Oh, what's going on, good people? Oh shit. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Y'all have to forgive me. I will hold up. Oh, there you go. Yeah, how y'all doing? This guy, Big Dog Barking, with a live um on the fly. So I was finna do something totally different today. I was finna talk about the number one thing that men want outside of looks. I had it set up for 115, and as y'all can see, it's 117 Central Time, so it might be 12 where you at. It might be what 2. So, but anyway, and my computer froze. Yeah, as soon as I got through eating my lunch, getting ready to crank things up, my computer froze, and I wasn't finna go through hell and high water trying to unfreeze that junk. So I'm giving y'all a little on the fly lie, you know what I'm saying, about an article I read that ties into a lot of things that I be hearing. So before we get any further, y'all double tap this screen, you know what I'm saying, like this, share this, and also excuse me, subscribe to the channel. Trying to still get them 1,300 before the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate if y'all help me get that. Uh so I was going through Apple News. I ain't been on there in a minute, you know what I'm saying? I might have to start going back more often. And I saw everybody, you know, they were talking about the whole NBA gambling scandal with Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier and Damon Jones, former player. Um, Give you a little quick insight on how I feel about that. Truth be told, there's always betting. There's always gambling on every level. Low class, high class, NBA, NFL, baseball. You know, anytime it's a competition between two or more parties, gambling is always around. Betting is always around. I remember just going to school. Just going to school, middle school and high school, playing deuces and tonk and rolling dice and playing pitch and playing get like me and all that right there. What I say? What's going on? Just doing all types of things for the name of a dollar. You know what I'm saying? Gambling. Going to the crap house, going to the casino. You know what I'm saying? Just gambling in general. And yeah, anytime there's two or more people around, there's always a chance there's gonna be some bidding going on. And what Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier gotten themselves into has always been around. As far as what Chauncey Billups' case was in-house poker. From my understanding, is that they had it set up where they had marked cards and X-ray tables and X-ray lenses in your eyeballs and all that right there. Love you too. Um, so yeah, back at it gambling. Back at it poker tables and all that right there. I think they said he had a cut of 50 grand at one point in time. I don't know if that was for one hand or the whole operation. And he got caught up. Same with Gill. When he got caught up, it was the same thing as playing poker at the house in the basement. Now, What's going on? How you doing? Now, what's so funny about this is that we see Gil, his case. We saw what's going on with Chance the Builders right now. One of my favorite movies of all time is Rounders. What's going on? One of my favorite movies of all time is Rounders with Matt Damon and Edward Norton. And Matt Damon, he's going to college, and Edward Norton is his partner that's just getting out of jail. And they making the rounds playing poker. High stakes games, college students. And the funny thing about it is they were gambling in these games. They weren't just playing poker for the fun of it. These big money games, I'm talking about they go and play the college kids, the trust fund babies. They taking money from them. They're going into the police game. They playing with police officers. They got their ass beat when they playing them police officers. They playing mobsters. Poker. Same thing that Gilbert Arenas and Chauncey Billuton got caught up on poker. If you play poker now, you might get up with some of your partners after work on the weekend or whatever the case may be. Go get a little beer. You know what I'm saying? It's 12-pack of beer. Got your cards, you know what I'm saying? I got several packs of cards around my house. Get your case of beer, get your cards, get your little poker chips, and everybody, buy in, you know what I'm saying? Niggas play poker. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas play poker. Now, what limits do they play? Do they cheat and all that type of shit? Cheating everywhere too. If you go to the casino is set up for you to lose anyway. It ain't set up for you to win. What's going on? The casino ain't set up for you to win. So you going down there, whether it was $20, $200, $2,000, whatever the case may be. You're not going to win at the casino. It's set up for you to lose. So motherfuckers gamble. Motherfuckers play poker in their own house. Now, whether it's big or small, whatever the case may be, you play poker, you gamble. Anytime you pick up that joystick, and I know we used to do it a lot when I was a teenager, you pick up that joystick and playing Madden, playing Street Fighter, playing Mortal Kombat for money. Going to the arcade and playing Tekken and Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat for money. NBA Jam for money. You feel what I'm saying? Anytime there's two or more people in the room, you're gambling. There's always an opportunity to gamble. Always an opportunity. So as far as what Chauncey Billups got going on, you have to do a little bit more dirt digging to see how much is it really, of this y'all talking about with the marked cards. I could believe the marked cards. I could believe a lot of the shit they saying he did was with the lenses, the contacts with the, you can see the marked cards and shit like that, X-ray tape. Hey, they doing some James Bond type shit. You feel what I'm saying? They doing some James Bond type shit in them crab table, the poker table. Now, what Terry Rozier is accused of is point shaving. Same thing DeJounte Porter, I think that's Michael Porter Jr. brother, was accused of last year. Because it was high money, big money on Terry Rozier, the under. I think it was a points. And it just so happened that the game in question, Terry Rozier somehow, some way pulled up the lane. And people hit on the under. I'm just saying. Now, when we're talking about that right there, this is what I'm going to tell you. Players been point shaving for a long time. Pete Rose, one of the best hitters ever to play baseball. Couldn't even get into the Hall of Fame because of gambling. Betting on his team to win and lose games. Pete Rose, when he was playing with the Cincinnati Reds, he did that. I know back in the early 1900s, the Chicago White Sox in the early 1900s, 8 of their players was accused of point shaving in a baseball game. was accused of point shaving in a baseball game. It's a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio in it. I can't think of the name of it, but he's a high school basketball player. And I think that's based off a true story. They were fixing games. Shit, me and my son just got through watching Monday night Tampa Bay and Detroit. And I told my son, I was like, little dog, there's a good chance it'll be some effort, some fuckery in this game because of the Detroit Kansas City game. And if y'all watch football like me and him watch football, y'all know is that Jared in the Detroit Kansas City game, Jared Goff caught a touchdown. And they actually waited a minute and some change to reverse it. No flag on the play. They get ready to kick the extra point or whatever the case may be. So they get a call from headquarters to review it. And after a minute and some review, they overturn the touchdown. And on top of that, Kansas City, that whole game, had zero penalties. Zero penalties. Now, mind you, I played football. My son played football. Any man or woman that have played any level of football, know when you play on that offensive line or that defensive line, every time the ball is hiked, there's holding on every play. Holding on every play. Whether you an offensive lineman holding the defensive lineman or a defensive lineman holding the offensive lineman trying to snatch him. There's holding on every play. Whether the ref throw the flag and blow the whistle and call holding is on them. But there's holding on every play. And you mean tell me that the Kansas City Chiefs didn't get a penalty that game? A holding penalty that can be called on any possession of the game. They get zero holding calls. Zero. Not one holding call. I ain't worried about a false start or an illegal shield for a pass interference or a neutral zone infraction. Nothing. No penalties through an hour. 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. 4 quarters. You mean tell me in 4 quarters of football, the Kansas City Chiefs had zero penalties? Me and my son watched Tampa Bay and Detroit. And I told my son, I said, I'm hearing rumors that a fix gonna be in for Detroit to win the game. And it don't be blatant fixes. So Tampa Bay has the ball. And if you watch the game, you know what I'm going to talk about. Tampa Bay had the ball, they drive. Baker Mayfield, MVP candidate right now, throws a pass to one of his receivers. I can't remember which receiver. As the pass is getting there, one of the Detroit DBs so happened to get there at the same time as the pass get there for both the Tampa Bay receiver and the Detroit DB both put hands on the ball. You feel what I'm coming from, man? That didn't happen on several occasions, but this one occasion in particular. Tampa Bay receiver, Detroit DB. They both get there at the same time. Both of them got a chance to get the ball. The official call, the initial call on the field was Tampa Bay with the reception. And me and my son were going back and forth. I said, it's a bang, bang play. It can go either way. But they said Tampa Bay ball. And just like in the Detroit Kansas City game, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. They instantly reversed the call to give Detroit the interception. And when they did that, I looked at my son and I said, I told you, it was gonna be a fix in this game in order for Detroit to have a little advantage. What about Deflategate? No, my bad, not Deflategate. The tuck rule. Y'all remember the tug rule, New England and Oakland in the snow, and they got pressure coming on Brady, and Brady throws the ball. Well, his arm was going forward, and the ball happens to come out, not backwards. It just happened to come out. I think it was backwards. But anyway, it's rule to fumble. It's rule to fumble on the initial call. Fumble. Brady fumbled the ball in the snow. Wait a minute. Miraculously, out of nowhere, tuck rule. I never heard the tuck rule to that day. Never. So I'm saying all this to say this. This latest scandal, you want to call it a scandal? They always been gambling scandals in sports. There's always been a fix in sports. I remember not too long ago, I see bets on wrestling. Bets on wrestling. That you already know is scripted. So you're putting together lines for something that's already scripted in order to do what? Somebody gonna win, somebody gonna lose. And depending on who in the match, it's gonna be a lot of money going on this wrestler, there's a lot of money on that wrestler. Somebody gonna win a lot of money, somebody gonna lose a lot of money. The house gonna always win regardless. But when I saw you're able to bet on wrestling, which is already scripted. You done seen the documentaries, you done seen the YouTubes, you done seen it to where you know it's entertainment. It's scripted. Now, do they get hurt? Yeah, they get hurt. Seth Rollins, he out for a whole year with his shoulder injury. So they do get hurt. They do have injuries. That part is true. But it be scripted. You got an up-and-coming wrestler trying to make his way into the, to the limelight, trying to be a major draw and all that right there, and he got to get over. And it's going to be a wrestler you already know that's already held a belt or two, a fan favorite or a heel or whatever the case may be. They're backstage working on the match so this young cat can get put over. And he needs this Asian veteran to put him over. It's scripted. And they want you to bet on something that's already pre-planned. You think these players don't know their lines before they go into the game? You don't see these players looking at FanDuel or DraftKings or ESPN bets or whatever, Prize Picks. You don't think they be seeing what y'all betting on? You don't see what the odds makers say they gonna do? How many points? How many rebounds? How many three-point shots they gonna take? How many free throws they gonna make? You don't think these folks be looking at these lines and saying, well, shit, the odds makers say I ain't gonna score 20 points against this team. The odds makers say I ain't gonna score 20 points on this team. The odds makers say I ain't gonna make 3 shots, 3-pointers. The odds makers are saying that this individual ain't either is or ain't gonna do it, and they got the over-under. They got the over-under. So if the over is 2.5, the line is 2.5. Is he gonna make? There's no way possible an individual gonna make 2.5 3-pointers. There's no way possible an individual can make 2.5 3-pointers. Either you gonna make 3 or you gonna make 2. There's no way you can make 2.5. There's no way in a football game that the line is 10 and a half. Either you're gonna win by 10 or less, or you're gonna win by more than 10. And then once the money start coming in on these games and these parlays and all this right there, ain't it kind of funny how some of these games be right on the money and how some of these games be way off? Ain't it funny how some of the games be right on the money and some of these games be way off? How somehow, some way, some random running back gets 100 and something yards and he had a under of 55 and you played the under. But even somehow, some way get 180. You'll look at the Cowboys pass defense since they traded Michael Parsons and sit there all day and say, oh, they ain't gonna be able to stop the pass. And what's so funny is I've been calling that shit when they played the Bears. I said out my mouth before the game started, I knew everything Chicago was gonna do. I hit everything on the Bears. I knew how many yards Caleb Williams was gonna throw for. I knew how many touchdowns he was going through. I hit everything on Chicago. You know what I missed on? Dak Prescott. You ain't got no running game, and I think the line was 270 passing yards. He was at 250 something, and they took him out. I remember betting on the championship game not too long. I think with Baylor and who was that they playing against? It was Baylor and somebody. I can't remember who they were playing for the national championship basketball. And Baylor had to score 2 points for me to hit. 2 points for me to hit. And in the last couple seconds of the game, instead of them driving to the rim and get my 2 points, they shoot a 3-pointer. All I needed was them to go to the rim and lay the ball up, dunk the ball. They won the championship, but all they had to do was score 2 points. And instead of them going to the rim to get 2 points, you shoot a 3-pointer. I'm just saying. It's always a fix in sports. Why you think they legalized it? That's just like the NIL shit. You actually get to pay the college athletes money. Like they wasn't already getting paid before the NILs was legitimized. Like they wasn't getting special benefits for going to certain schools and all that right there before it was legal. Because you got some players that got caught up back in the day for taking the legal benefits. Chris Webber, Reggie Bush, they weren't supposed to take the benefits they were taking, yet they took them. And it was a problem when they took them. And now it's legalized. Arch Manning, which everybody love or hate right there, was sitting on Texas bench for the last 2 years with a Ferrari or some shit. Wasn't even the starting quarterback had a Ferrari. Shador Sanders, know his daddy got money. He got endorsement deals. Bronny James got endorsement. They getting paid. They actually getting paid more to stay in school than to go play in the professionals. But some years ago, when I was coming up, you couldn't get paid a dime or illegal benefits, improper benefits. I could lose my scholarship. The school can get in trouble. Now it's pay them. It's always been around. It's just now ain't no sense of hiding it no more. Ain't no sense of hiding it no more. And even though, and to put the cherry on this right here, An active player is promoting gambling. LeBron James. Y'all seen him in Kevin Hart commercials. An active NBA player is promoting gambling. Not the KG and Jamie Foxx commercials and all this, right? Not somebody that's out the industry, that ain't playing sports, not somebody that's retired. An active NBA player is promoting gambling. That should tell you something right there, is that the fix has always been there. It's gonna always be there. How much you gonna spend is on you, but it's gonna always be there. What is the gambling, the poker games, the back alley crap tables, or just simple betting on the video game? You got a joystick, I got a joystick. You gonna bet. You gonna gamble. Somebody gonna win, somebody gonna lose. It's always gonna be there. And ain't nothing nobody can do about it. It's $1 trillion business. Now, speaking of $1 trillion businesses, let me go and get into this. Like I said, it was out the blue. I wasn't going to do a live about this right here. I had something else planned, but like I said, I don't know what's wrong with my computer right now. So I jumped on the phone just to give y'all something. So, according to this article I read out of Wired, yes, Wired, I do. ChatGPT is entering its risque era, its horny era. Think about this. Loneliness, being by yourself. Being by yourself is $1 trillion business. Being by yourself is $1 trillion business. It's a lot of people that's profiting off of your pain, profiting off your depression, profiting off your loneliness. A lot of people profiting off of it. And ChatGPT, artificial intelligence, is making its way into your pockets and profiting off of your pain. Because now, for all you lonely men and lonely women out there, it ain't just gender specific, it's both sides. Now, for those that don't have that special someone in their life, you got a phone. I'm on one right now. You got a phone. And if you've been laying under a rock for the past 2 years, 3 years, something like that, ChatGPT is communication, conversation. So you're lonely, you ain't got no man, you ain't got no woman, but you got ChatGPT. And just like with anything else, you get to typing and asking questions and shit like that until you find out that you can actually say some things to ChatGPT and ChatGPT gonna respond to you. Now the thing about AI is this right here. The more you type, the more you give it messages and conversation and shit like that, the more it gets to understand and learn who you are as a person. So now it's able to give you responses like the man you want or the woman you want. I know you heard it on several panels and videos, and you can modify the voice of the ChatGPT. You can modify the voice of the AI to sound like who you want it to sound like. ChatGPT is 2025 version of the secretary. You know, the stereotype where the boss got the little hot secretary to take all the calls and did that and the third, and behind closed doors, they getting it in. That's where we're going to with ChatGPT. And it ain't the first time we didn't experience ChatGPT, because the corn industry It don't just be the tapes and the DVDs like back in the day. Oh, no, 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 no. The internet. Corn is one of the most searched things on the web. We all know this. We all know this. They have plenty sites where you can go find it. And whatever your flavor, whatever you like is at your fingertips. You can go get it. So this ain't our first rodeo with technology and intimacy. VR. I ain't never have a pair of virtual reality glasses, goggles. Never had it. The whole Apple Vision Pro, I ain't want that. I ain't like it. I know some people that got it, but it wasn't even worth it. But yes, you done had the VR headsets that put you in certain situations with the girl of your dreams or the dude of your dreams. ChatGPT is just the next thing. Something like OnlyFans. And we know OnlyFans, that's a billion, trillion dollar business. And you're losing money by paying your favorite content creator a monthly subscription and can't touch them. You could probably send them a message here and there, but you can't touch them. Can't smell them, can't taste them, none of that. But yet they're getting your $19.99 a month. So this ain't new. It's just ChatGPT turn. And all you lonely individuals out there in the world, you're talking to your boyfriend or girlfriend right now. See, I use ChatGPT and I know I'm scatterbrained at times. I got a lot of ideas that be bouncing around this big old noggin of mine. And my wife, she don't have time to listen to me spout out ideas every day. I'll say something one day and I have another idea the next day. And she got tired of this. She like, bro, you have too much shit going on and you don't finish none of your ideas. She's absolutely correct. In 7 days of the week, I've had 7 different projects I'm going to start on. And will have trouble finishing every last one of them. That's just me. So when I started using my ChatGPT to, when I had an idea or a thought run through my head, I just type it in ChatGPT and it'll help me focus. And I'm feeling some type of way, like, oh, I can, whatever I come up with, I just put it in here and it'll give me a plan and blueprints. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I told my wife, I'm like, shit, I ain't never got to worry about talking to you about business again. All I gotta do is go ChatGPT. I said, ChatGPT is my co-conspirator. You feel what I'm saying? ChatGPT is my business partner. So the same way I look at ChatGPT as my business partner to help me with my ideas, to help me with my content creation, a lot of y'all gonna look at ChatGPT as your companion, as your boyfriend, as your girlfriend. Because they're giving you what you need emotionally. They're giving you, ChatGPT is going to give you what you're missing emotionally. That conversation. What you in real life are scared of with people. Both men and women. Don't know. Men don't like talking to women. Women don't like talking to men. That's on both sides. Y'all don't like talking to nobody. But with ChatGPT, you can talk to somebody. And depending on what you put in ChatGPT, you actually can get your rocks off. If they sound like you want them to sound and they saying all the things you want them to say, you actually can get your rocks off because of ChatGPT. And you'll never have to deal with human interaction again. Ladies and gentlemen, we are heading to a sad, sad world. Social media is not even social no more. Because at one point in time, you got on social media to keep up with friends and family members. Now you go on social media to watch AI generated videos. And AI generated content creators, they're telling you what you want to hear. They don't age, they don't go through problems or none of that. Everything is artificial to make you feel good. Because every day you get older, bones get to hurting, hair started falling out, you get gray hair, lose a little eyesight, lose a little memory. And you go to social media and you see AI and it make you smile. It also confuses you because sometimes you'll see something that looks so real, you questioning the lines of reality. And like, is this really real? Now, I ain't gonna sit there and say a fat guy can't run around a track. I know a fat guy can run around a track. But how many times is this overweight, obese, fat individual gonna outrun Usain Bolt? I'll wait. So the same way we go to TikTok and X and Instagram for AI, Soro 2 just came out and VO and whatever AI video apps you're using. Chat GPT. I don't know why I said it like I said. ChatGPT is finna help you out with y'all lonely problems. And we're in cuffing season, and a lot of y'all not gonna get cuffed up, both men and women. A lot of y'all ain't gonna have nobody for them lonely, cold nights where you wanna rub your feet against somebody up under the covers, had a fireplace going. I don't know nobody with it. I got a fireplace. I ain't never used it. Let's be honest, I got a fireplace. I ain't never used it. Men think we're gonna turn the heat on. But you know what I'm saying. We're in cuffing season. Holidays around the corner. Next week, it'll be November 1st. Thanksgiving ain't too far away. That's the first line of reality that's going to smack you in the face that you by yourself. Unless you got ChatGPT. And you and your phone can have a whole conversation on Thanksgiving Day. All the way through Thanksgiving night. Leading into Black Friday. And your ChatGPT going to tell you what to go buy at Best Buy or Target for Black Friday. Or Cyber Monday. Yeah. Sounds like a twisted version of Black Mirror. I know it. Christmas coming. Who you opening gifts with? ChatGPT. And the funny thing about it, ChatGPT told you what to buy yourself on Black Friday or Cyber Monday. So now you went through the whole process of wrapping up a gift for yourself just so you could tell ChatGPT, oh, look what I got. Just for them to give you, wow, that's awesome. And not to mention when New Year's Eve come around. I don't think you and ChatGPT can pop champagne together. But somehow, some way, you're going to make it happen. Leading all the way into Valentine's Day. Yeah. Y'all went for a sad, sad world. You can stop this, though, if you want to. All you got to do is go outside and meet people. Find people that you got common interest with. And do that. Go outside and mingle. Quit isolating yourself away from society. And then say, don't nobody want to be your friend. Don't nobody want to date you. Don't nobody want to be around you. When literally it's you don't want to be outside. It's literally you want to be attached to your phone 24/7, 365. And even now, with me telling you about ChatGPT, being your new boyfriend, being your new boo thing, A lot of y'all putting the phones down because of the artificial intelligence. Need a detox. Need a break. So choice on you. Choice on you. But all I know is this. If we done went through the internet era where we were getting what we were getting off the adult sites, if we've been going through the VR era where you can push yourself into a situation, and you just went through the OnlyFans era where you spend a top dollar for females you can't touch, we're in ChatGPT era. And ChatGPT gonna tell you what you want to hear without telling you no and saying you're doing too much. And for all y'all that's doing that right now, just wait till they get the robots. You're talking to a bot right now through your phone. Just wait till you get the bot that's in your house. If you ain't already got Alexa or somebody like that, just wait till you get that bot. You know, like the episode of Black Mirror where Shawty lost her husband in a car wreck, and she was so distraught, and she was pregnant and lost her husband, and her partner kept telling her about this place where she can relive memories, and slowly but surely, she went from having a phone call every day from her deceased husband that the company made up to where she actually got a humanoid robot that she had to put in water for it to activate. And the thing about it was, it never got old. While she got old and the daughter grew up, and the humanoid robot never aged. They had to put the robot in the attic. While they were getting older, the robot never got older. That's where we're going. Just watch Black Mirror. Black Mirror, one of my favorite series on Netflix. Just watch Black Mirror. You'll see what I'm saying. Just watch it. That's where we're going. We're already in the era of being able to talk to our phones and get the response we want to get. Just wait till they make them robots to where you can get the man or woman of your dreams for $12,000. 15 if you want his package to be 12 inches. 20 if you want to have a Cherokee the ass booty. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But anyway, I hate I had to do it. Well, I don't hate because I appreciate everybody that's come through, watch me and all that. Like I said, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. I was on some other things. So I still might be able to do it. I gotta see what's over my computer. But if I can get my computer up and running, I'll either do the joint I had prepared today, tomorrow, or later on today. But give me time to see what's wrong with my computer, and I'll get back with y'all. But until then, I appreciate y'all for dropping through. Gave y'all something to get through y'all day, whatever the case may be. Like, share, subscribe. Oh, excuse me. And I'm going to holler at y'all later.